Man, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? The one and only James Williams, the Stankonian ambassador, and I'm back. And I have a question for you. What does urinal havari?
Just like disease, it's not some spiritual thing out there. It's a biological pattern in your body. With this kind of surveillance, I mean, you watch the big president, the big leader, gives a speech on television. The television could be monitoring you and knowing whether you're angry or not, just by analyzing the cues, the biological cues coming from your body. So now people are now watching us online, all over the world, this conversation. Now, maybe even right now, the people who are watching us are being watched and analyzed. And the thing is, it's not just you're now watching this. The thing is, we know that you're watching this, and we also know how you feel.
And smart dust all have in common.
A popular social media post claims that Hitachi has made a new chip called Smart Dust that, if consumed, can track a person with its GPS capabilities. An internet search about Hitachi product Smart Dust led us to a 2007 news article about a similar chip. According to the article, Hitachi displayed an RFID chip that measures 0.002 inches by 0.002 inches, which looks like bits of powder or specks of dust.
I'll be happy to share this all with you in this video. Let's start here. We have all heard urinal havari run his mouth. And what surprises me, honestly, what truly surprises me is when I go over and look, the man has 661,000 subscribers. And when you read the comments, these people are like, yeah, you're a great guy, you're this, and you're warning us. And I'm reading and I'm saying, these people are insane. They're insane. They're not hearing the same conversation that I'm hearing. And it just goes to show me that we have people who are so lost, so confused, so backwards, so dumb that they will happily drench their underwear in gasoline and skip into the fires of hell because they're just that damn lost. And I'm going to show you some of the things that he says and some of the things that he's been doing. Well, really the things that he says, because he's not really doing anything. But the things that he says that have already happened. They've already happened. And then you'll notice in this conversation that I'm about to play for you that these ladies and gentlemen highlight trust. It's like, yeah, we trust is something that we have a problem. No, nobody trusts y'all. Nobody trusts these people at all. Why should we trust you when all the data is coming out that you're killing us? Why should we trust you when you're telling us that you're going to surveil us? Why should we trust you? And it's amazing because it's like this disconnect from all logic. This is why I call these people lizard people. There's a complete disconnect from what the logical, normal human being would even think or perceive to be truth and logical. It's like, oh, well, I see this as, it was an indication of how much. Man, let me show you. Let me just stop talking. Let me show you. Because it's crazy. It's absolutely insane.
We strive to be principled, but we're only principled if we actually apply the things that we've called principles and be prepared to turn down business opportunity when they conflict.
Now, let me set the stage for you. That gentleman that you just saw was one of the CEOs of Microsoft, right? Okay, so he's from Microsoft. Now, here's something I want you to pay attention to as these videos are playing. They're going to get into a conversation about the ability to read people and how biometrics can be used to read individuals and know them better than they know themselves. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to read the looks on these people's faces, especially the look on his face when urinal starts to talk. I want you to read it. You don't need no damn biometric to read human instincts and see what's on a person's face. You don't. But I want you to understand. Watch.
And, as we say, we strive to be principled, but we're only principled if we actually apply the things that we've called principles and be prepared to turn down business opportunity when they conflict.
You've talked about the COVID crisis as a watershed moment in terms of surveillance, data surveillance, and so on. Explain to us your fears, your concerns about this, and how we can deal with it.
Now, that was a framed question that was already set up. He knew he was going to have to answer that question. You can tell by what was said. None of this stuff is organic. I want to be clear with you. So he had ample time to prepare this answer and watch and see what the answer is. Now, remember, I told you, you have to listen to what's said and keep in context everything that this man has already told you. Nope. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm going to show you. Because see, here's the problem with human memory. Human memory is super duper short. Our memories are short and we forget things. You know what I'm saying? We forget things. So hold on. I want you to understand what he says here.
Possibility is this creation of a new massive class of useless people. Another possibility is the division of humankind into different biological castes, with the rich being upgraded into virtual gods and the poor being degraded to this level of useless people.
I feel there is another TED Talk.
All right, we need to forward just a little bit.
Will be, what do we need humans?
Here we go. This is the part
And
I
then
want you
the
to see.
big political and economic question of the 21st century will be, what do we need humans for? Or at least, what do we need so many humans for?
Do you have an answer in the book?
At present, the best guess we have is keep them happy with drugs and computer games. But this doesn't sound like a very appealing future.
Okay, so you basically...
All right, I want to be clear with you. So, remember the terminology. He says, at best, what we have. What we have. Understand? So that means him and other people have been discussing this. At best, what we have. And I need to put this in proper context for you so you understand what's being said to you in this next clip. Because it's easy to get things out of context. Because what he's going to say next, there's going to be time periods in this conversation where he sounds, wow, like this may be an honorable person. But if you haven't listened to what he said in totality, you will be fooled and confused. So now you understand. He said, at best, what we have is computer games, video games, and drugs for you. All right? So watch now.
No, I think maybe in a couple of decades when people look back, the thing they will remember from the COVID crisis is this is the moment when everything went digital. And if this was the moment when everything became monitored, that we agreed to be surveyed all the time.
Stop, pause. Ain't nobody damn agree to be surveyed all the time. Surveilled all the time. Nobody agreed to be surveilled all the time unless, listen to what he's saying, unless when you did this right here, it was more so like boop. When you did that boop, it put something in your system that surveils you. Because nobody tacitly came out and said, hey, I agree to you digging into my whole entire life. The only form of agreement that has happened during that is people who came in agreement with boop. Well, you understand? Let's let them talk again. You really got to listen to what these people be saying. Thought again, urinal.
Became monitored. That we agreed to be surveyed all the time, not just in authoritarian machines, but remember from the COVID crisis, this is the moment when everything went digital. And if this was the moment when everything became monitored, that we agreed to be surveyed all the time, not just in authoritarian machines, but even in democracies. And maybe most importantly at all, this was the moment when surveillance started going under the skin.
All right, that was a mouthful. That was a mouthful. Let me break it down for those of you who are a little slow. This is the moment that we agreed. Boop, not just in authoritarian regimes and democracies. So this is the moment where all around the world people agreed to one thing. Boop. For surveillance to go under your skin. Boop. Are you listening to what this man is telling you? But see, when you go look in the man comment section, they all just like, yeah, you're great, you're fine. No, he telling you what they did to you. Somebody made Dark Wars. That don't make no sense. You don't know what you're talking about. That is not true. Blah, 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 blah. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Wait for it.
A popular social media post claims that Hitachi has made a new chip called Smart Dust that, if consumed, can track a person with its GPS capabilities. An internet search about Hitachi product Smart Dust led us to a 2007 news article about a similar chip.
Wait, are you saying that there's a chip that can track you that's so small that it can track you? And she shows the news. Now this one, unfortunately, this video is a fact check. And you know what it means when somebody fact checks something. They're going to tell you the truth, but then they're going to dismiss the truth. We're going to let her dismiss it because I haven't watched the whole thing. But for those of you who will say, well, it's not possible for somebody to, let me put myself back on the screen. It's not possible for somebody to boot me and then track me. It's not possible for them to boot me and then track me. Oh, really? Oh, really? Keep on talking, little Indian chick.
According to the article, Hitachi displayed an RFID chip that measures 0.002 inches by 0.002 inches.
0.002 inches. 0.002 inches by 0.002 inches. That right there is about an inch right there. All right. So this is 0.00 of my little part of my finger. That means we talking about it would literally be small enough to sit on my finger and I could barely see it. Just so you understand. But I'm gonna let her keep talking because she gonna, let me see what she got to say. Get back on the screen, girl. Where you at?
Which looks like bits of powder or specks of dust.
It looks like what? Say that again, girl.
News article about a similar chip. According to the article, Hitachi displayed an RFID chip that measures 0.002 inches by 0.002 inches, which looks like bits of powder or specks of dust. However, there was no mention of these having GPS capabilities or of these being able to functionally be injected or absorbed into the human body. Hitachi disclosed this information about this RFID chip in a February 2006 news release. Hitachi earlier developed a tiny new RFID with an embedded antenna microchip and unveiled it in a news release in 2003.
Wait. So I'm boo-boo the foo-foo. I'm boo-boo the foo-foo. Chick, you just told me they embedded one with a tiny RFID microchip and antenna. What the hell is the purpose of the antenna and microchip if it ain't going to be tracking? So what you're saying to me is it has the ability to do it, but they ain't using it for it is what you're trying to say to me. But nonetheless, it's called Smart Dust. So the whole purpose I'm showing you this, the reason why I'm showing you this is to show you that it's capable. And this was in 2003. We're in 2024. It's possible. Anything's possible. And what we've studied so far shows you that anything that you think is possible, they've been doing. We're going back to urinal right now. Anybody got a pee? Let's go to the urinal. Urinal.
Because really, we haven't seen anything yet.
What?
I think the big process that's happening right now in the world is...
Wait, we ain't seen nothing. Let me go back. What we ain't seen yet?
To be surveyed all the time, not just in authoritarian regimes, but even in democracies. And maybe most importantly at all, this was the moment when surveillance started going under the skin.
So we've established that urinal is telling you that they put surveillance under your skin. I've got you under my skin, deep in the heart of me, so deep in my heart that you're really a part of me, 'cause I've got you bump under my skin, bump. I've tried so many times not to give in. I said to myself, this affair really wouldn't go so well.
Because really, we haven't seen anything yet. I think the big process that's happening right now in the world is hacking human beings, the ability to hack humans.
Did he just nod his head? Did you just see him nod? The Microsoft guy nod?
to understand deeply what's happening.
And I don't know what the hell is wrong with her over here. If that chick don't look like a lizard, I don't know what it is. That's a lizard on the left. That's a lizard on the right. The Microsoft dude, I'm not quite sure if he's a lizard person yet, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna keep looking
within you. What makes you makes you go? And for that, the most important data is not what you read and who you meet and what you buy. It's what's happening inside your body. So we had these two big revolutions: the computer science revolution, or the infotech revolution, and the revolution in the biological sciences. And they are still separate, but they are about to merge. They are merging around, I would say, the biometric sensor. It's the thing, it's the gadget, it's the technology that converts biological data into digital data that can be analyzed by computers. And having the ability to really monitor people under the skin, this is the biggest game changer of all.
I've got you under my skin. Boop. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that you're already a part of me. They've got you under your skin. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro, these people be telling you what they're doing to you. Now, let's see what you got to say next.
Because this is the key for getting to know people better than they know themselves. I often give the example from my own personal life that I really...
Nope, we're not going to let you talk about that part of your personal life because it's going to hit, YouTube going to hit it. Let's skip past that. We don't care about that.
I see a boy and a girl walking on the beach. Where do my eyes focus? So this is the crucial revolution, and COVID is critical.
Here we go.
Because this is what convinces people to accept, to legitimize total...
Do you see that look on his face? He's like, I cannot believe you are saying this right now. That's a look of a man saying, I can't believe you are saying this publicly. You see it?
Biometric surveillance.
That he's looking like, I can't believe you said this. What is wrong with you? Are you a madman? Do you not realize that people will watch this? That's what's going through his mind right now. If we could draw a little bubble right here, be like, yo, what are you saying? What the hell is wrong with you? Why would you say that publicly? But let's keep going.
If we want to stop this epidemic, we need not just to monitor people, we need to monitor what...
Sidebar note, this video is 3 weeks old. This ain't from 3 years ago. This is 3 weeks ago. They had this convention. 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres weeks ago.
What's happening under their skin, their body temperature. Like we walked in here, we had to go through a body temperature test.
Even in Israel, it has become a national security issue, right?
So again, I'm not against surveillance. It's an important...
Of course you're not against it. You're 100% for it. How do we know you're 100% for it? Because of what you said over
say
here.
In the book, and now that for all the discussion about the growing evidence of significant economic inequality, we are just kind of at the beginning of the process.
Again, it's not a prophecy. It's seeing all kinds of possibilities before us. One possibility is this creation of a new massive class of useless people. Another possibility is the division of humankind into different biological castes, with the rich being upgraded into virtual gods and the poor being degraded to this level of useless people.
I feel there is another TED Talk coming up in a year or two. Thank you, Yuval, for making the trip. Thank you.
Will be, what do we need humans for? That computers will outperform us of useless people. We see the creation of a new massive class of useless people. As computers, doesn't sound like a very appealing future.
I'm trying to pause this. I'm sorry for jumping around on you like this. First of all, ladies, if you walk into the elevator and somebody looks at you like that, like a little damn gremlin. Matter of fact, you know what this man looks like? He looks like one of those orcs off of Lord of the Rings. Remember Lord of the Rings? The little orcs that, well, they had the big orcs and the little orcs. He's like the little smaller one. That's what this thing looks like. But I tell you, he's a lizard. He even hisses when he talks. But if you walked into an elevator, ladies, and you saw that smile and those eyes looking at you, I want you to know something. You tell me what your instinct would be. We got a lot of ladies that's in a part of the Stankonia family. What would your instincts be? Y'all got that gut instinct. That looks like somebody who's gonna murder you. Look at that. I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna murder you and your whole damn family. Taking everybody out. I'm gonna murder you. That's what it looked like. Let me let it play real quick, because we want to keep context of what's been said and what's being said.
Okay, so we're basically saying in the book and now that for all the discussion about the growing evidence of significant economic inequality, we are just kind of at the beginning of the process.
Again, it's not a prophecy. It's seeing all kinds of possibilities before us. One possibility is this creation of a new massive class of useless people. Another possibility is the division of humankind into different biological castes, with the rich being upgraded into virtual gods and the poor being degraded to this level of useless people.
I feel there is another.
Now, here's the thing about this gentleman, this lizard. You see, if Lizard Man wasn't saying we, and everything he said, he might be able to slide as really just being a prophet that's speaking what's coming. But the minute you start including things as we, it means that you are part of it. So, when you see this video, you're know, Havari, which you will, I'm pretty sure you will, I want you to understand. The simple fact that you group yourself in with the people who are doing this means that you are enemy of whole humanity. The entire earth is your enemy. But let me go back to what he's saying over here.
Tool, especially to fight epidemics, the question is again, who is doing it and how? If you give it to the security service to do it, that's extremely dangerous. Yes, now they're using it to see whether you have the coronavirus. But exactly the same technology can determine what you think about the government.
Now he finna snitch. Now he finna tell y'all what's really going down. Listen carefully what he about to say.
You know, anger is a biological phenomena just like disease. It's not some spiritual thing out there. It's a biological pattern in your body. With this kind of surveillance, I mean, you watch the big president, the big leader, gives a speech on television. The television could be monitoring you and knowing whether you're angry or not, just by analyzing the cues, the biological cues coming from your body.
Remember I told y'all, don't nothing in my house need to be smart but me? I said this a couple of videos. I said, don't nothing in my house need to be smart but me. See all y'all with them smart ass TVs and them smart ass refrigerators and them smart ass dishwashers and them smart ass garage doors and them smart ass thermostats? You need to take that shit out your house. Don't nothing need to be smart in your house but you. Because he telling you what's going on. He's telling you exactly what's going on. But you wanted your house to be smart because you're too lazy to turn off the lights. You gotta hit your phone and turn off. Get your lazy ass out the bed and go turn off the lights. Your lazy ass want to turn the AC down so you won't be able to do this with your phone. Get your lazy ass up and turn the AC down. I'm telling you.
So now people are now watching us online all over the world. This conversation. Now, maybe even right now, the people who are watching us are being watched and analyzed. And you know, the thing is, it's not just you're now watching this. The thing is, we know that you're watching this and we also know how you feel. Are you angry about...
See that look on his face? That's that look again, like I can't believe that you sitting here telling these people that us at Microsoft have the ability to watch everything they doing. Look at that's the look on his face. I can't believe this is son of a beach. This dirty son of a beach is telling everybody everything that we doing. That's what that look is you seeing
what
right
you
there.
hear? Are you frightened? Are you bored?
I can tell you right now, I ain't frightened. I'm pissed off with your little bald head, rat looking lizard man behind man.
This is the kind of power that Stalin didn't have. You know, when Stalin gave a speech, everybody, of course, clapped their hand and smiled. Now, how do you know what they really think about Stalin? It's very difficult. You can't have a KGB agent following everybody all the time. Even if you do it, he's just watching your outside behavior. He doesn't really know what's happening in your mind. But in 10 years, the future Stalins of the 21st century, they could be watching the minds, the brains of all the population all the time, and also they will have the computing power to analyze all that. You know, it's not just having an agent following everybody all the time. The agent in Stalin's days, right?
I ain't gonna lie, God need to strike these people down. Real talk, God need to come off his throne and strike these people down and destroy these people, because this is wild. You know what's being built and what's being done? You know, in the Bible, it talked about, everybody likes to talk about Genesis 6 in the Bible, and there were giants in those days, blah, 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 blah. And the last days will be like the days of Noah, blah, blah, blah. And everybody's like, oh, they're going to be giants walking around on the earth. Ooh, no, 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 no. That's not what was going on in the days of Noah. What was going on in the days of Noah was all flesh was corrupted by those fallen angels. Now, whether you want to call it fallen angels, demons, aliens, UFOs, whatever the hell you want to call them, I'm not here to have that debate and argument with you. Point of the matter is all flesh was corrupted and all human DNA was corrupted. And that's what you are seeing happening right now. So I submit this to you, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to end this video and do another video because I'm starting to get a little pissy. What I submit to you, Stankonian ambassadors and ambassadors of ambassadors and ambassadors outside of the embassy and citizens of Stankonia, is this. Not only are these people wicked and evil and lizard people, they want to provoke the Most High God to come down here and destroy every last one of us. They win either way. Either they get their system where they can surveil everybody, change everybody's DNA, and don't act like the information is not out there that shows you that boop didn't change your DNA. Yes, it did. We've already discussed it when we went through all these videos. You heard it all right here with the ambassador, that is what's being done. Don't act like they can't monitor your brain and what he's saying is not true, because boo, we discussed that as well. The point I'm making is it's a lose-lose situation for me and you. If people don't stand up to this, they get their way. Like he says, we will have two classes of people: useless people and virtual gods. Useless people, virtual gods. That surveilled people, the useless people surveilled and tracked and put on and socialist systems where you get a little bit of money and blah, 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 and you play video games and do dope. Use dope and play video games. Or they corrupt the flesh so much that the Lord himself says, okay, I got to come down here and whack everybody and burn everything up and destroy everything. But I'm going to let him talk a little bit more.
It's a paper report, and you have these millions of paper reports piling up in Moscow. Somebody needs to read them, to analyze them. That's impossible. Now you don't need human agents. You don't need human analyzers. You just have a lot of sensors and an AI which analyzes it, and that's it. You have the worst totalitarian regime in history. And COVID is important.
Is what? Well, here we go. Listen, it's important because of what?
Because COVID legitimizes.
It does what?
Some of the crucial steps.
Some of the crucial steps to what? So what you're trying to tell me is there's crucial steps that you know about.
Even in democratic countries.
Oh, when we get to gold, baby, you will know. That is gold right there. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop right there. Because there you go. He just told you gold. Let me see what else he said next. The look on their faces. I mean, let me go back. The look on it like, wow, I can't believe you said that. See, that's the problem with this dude. That's the problem with him. You see, he gets to start talking and he seemed rational and normal. And then you can see that damn lizard demon come out of him and he just get excited. And he tells you exactly what it is. He tells you it puts the lotion on its skin. You in the well, baby. It puts the lotion on its skin. You're not listening. It puts the lotion on its skin. That's what he's telling you to do. You're going to put that damn lotion on your skin. You ain't got no choice. It puts the lotion on its skin.